Good evening, everybody. I am Blackjack for Forex, and tonight I'll be showing you guys the reason why I took XAUUSD for a sell. Right now, we all know that XAUUSD went to all-time high. That was around 3,791. A friend of mine said, "Let's sell it to 4,000." I was like, "Calm down, calm down." But I saw something and I decided to sell from all-time high. Now, I remember in one of the videos I taught you guys, I told you guys that one of the ways, right, to sell from all-time high is to use reversal, what's it called, to use chart pattern, right? I said one of the ways to sell when the market has got it to its all-time high is to use reversal pattern. Now, I said that there are several reversal patterns. We have the double top, right? We have the double bottom. In one of the videos I uploaded on YouTube, I explained it there. So you may have to go on YouTube. I think I played it on YouTube and I played it on my X. You may have, yes, I played it on YouTube, I played it on my X. You may have to go back and watch the video on my YouTube channel, right? Or on my X account. Now, before I continue, I want you guys to know that I am giving out free content, right? These are things that people are paying thousands of dollars to get, right? And I'm giving out this content free of charge, right? Now, one of the ways, now I'm giving out without collecting money from any of you here, right? One of the ways you can support me is by subscribing to my YouTube channel, follow me on X, right? Now, on my YouTube channel, do well to share the video, like, subscribe, very important, right? I want to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube this before the end of this year. It is very possible, right? It is very, very possible, right? You guys see the way I break down things, the way I simplify things. There are forex traders out there that are struggling. Now, I just thought an entry model that is working, and some of you are already earning from it. I was discussing with a mentee of mine, a lady, and she was telling me of how she was thanking me of how I simplified the course for her, right? How she has been able to make $10 to $50 this week. It may seem small, but it is not small, right? That's a milestone. On her own, she could do that. Right now, imagine if she was having $100 account, she would have been able to flip up to, what's it called, up to like 500, right? See, she did times 5 of our account size. Now, I want you all to know that sometimes, right, account size does not really matter. Just have the skill. Just have the skill. The skill is the most important thing, and is the skill I am giving out free of charge. The knowledge I'm giving, the knowledge there free of charge. What you have to do is to go back and study, study, study. Now, the mistake of many forex traders is that they just end up in watching videos. You don't end up in watching videos. You go on charts and you what's it called? You go on chat and practice what you are learning. Now, I always tell my mentees this year, whenever they are paying for my course, I tell them that it is not learning that makes perfect. It is practice that makes perfect. Now, if you want to see results, you have to practice very well. I was in Sabi Girl's DM this evening, and I was just appreciating her for my life, the progress I have seen so far. That, see, I can tell you guys for free that everything I know I learned from Sabi Girl, right? I just have to like refine mine, right? How to make my very short, simplified to my own self, right? Now I had to find my own edge in Sabi Girl strategy, right? Which I call the SOR concept, structure, order, flow, reclamation, which is entry, right? So I think I may have to like increase the concept. So SOROK, SOC, the BJ SOC, what's it called? Concepts, structure, order, flow, reclamation, key level, right? So I want you guys to put in the work in practicing, right? Sabikel posted on our what's it called, on X one time, replying to my post, she said that I am one of the best forex trader she knows. She wasn't capping. Now, how did I get to that point? I got to that point by just simply practicing what she taught. That's how I got to that point. See, that thing is something I can never forget. Sabi get saying, out of over 100,000 people that are following her or know her in the online space, she said that I am one of the best forex trader she knows. Meaning, if DAX is one of the best, I am one of the best. All right. Now, and I'm teaching you guys to become the best. I am raising you guys to become the best. Right. Now, let's go to chat. Let's go on chat now. Now, I taught you guys skill level, right? I taught you guys skill level. Now, okay, let me start explaining from the beginning. Now, if you check carefully now on H1 time frame, so some persons keep asking me that how do you analyze the market? How do you analyze the market? When you come on chart, what is the very first thing you do when you come on chart? Now, I'm going to start from there. It's going to look like a top-down analysis again. I've said this over and over and over and over again. Now, I said that I always go on H4 time frame, right? I want to check the direction of the market. Which direction of the market do I have so many breakout structures? Now, if you check now, the recent direction of this of XAUUSD is a buy. If I have so much time, I'm going to explain what's it called, another pair. Now, the recent direction of XAUUSD is an uptrend, and it even got to its all-time high. It got to its all-time high. The recent direction of XAUUSD is an uptrend. So I've seen it on H4 time frame that this is an uptrend. Now, how can I be sure that this is an uptrend? Now, it is in H4 time frame. I have series of breakout structures on H4 time frame. These are my breakout structures now. I have this breakout structure on H4 time frame. I have this on H4 time frame. I have this on H4 time frame. I have series of breakout structure on H4 time frame. Now, this has told me that okay, this is an uptrend. That's number one. Number two, I'm moving to my H1 time frame, right? To go and check out for my valid internals, my valid breakout structure, right? I'm going on H1 time frame to check out where do I have my valid breakout structure? Where do I have my valid breakout structure on H1 time frame? Now, if you check carefully, I'm having this guy here as a valid breakout structure on XAUUSD, right? Now, I said that your most recent valid breakout structure. Now, you guys can go on the previous video I uploaded on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel handle is I am Black Jeff. Yeah, I posted the link to my channel in the Telegram group. You can use the link to go on X or what's it called on YouTube and watch the video on YouTube. Now, this is a valid breakout structure. I'm very sure many places here know valid breakout structure. This is a valid breakout structure because it met with all of the criteria of valid breakout structure. So this is a valid breakout structure. This guy here is a valid breakout structure. Now, because this guy is a valid breakout structure, it will become my inducement. This is my inducement. This will be my inducement. Now, the second most what's it called? Valid breakout structure becomes my disruption, which I already told you guys. This is my disruption. Now, for you to understand this concept very well, yeah, you have to be very, very familiar with the highs and lows of each trend of the market. I've told you guys so many times that we only trade market that is trending. Any market that is not trending, we don't trade that market. Any market that is not trending, we don't trade that market, right? Any market that is not trading, we don't trade the market. So we only focus on trading markets, right? Now, the next thing we are looking out for, right, is the second breakout structure. Now, this is my disruption. Now, I said that when the market is moving like this, right, when the market is moving like this, our liquidity point is always at the higher low. The first two higher low, that is a valid breakout structure, is our liquidity point. Is our liquidity point. The valid breakout structure in all of these points are the liquidity points. Now, what do I mean by liquidity points? I mean, when I say liquidity points, I mean the place the market, the place where money is, right? The place the market will get to that it will likely buy from. The market can get here and buy from here. You know, we are predicting in this forex, yeah? We are not certain. Or it can get to this liquidity point and buy off from here, or it can get to this liquidity point. This one is inducement, this one is disruption, right? It can get to this liquidity point and buy off from here, or it gets to this liquidity point and buy off from here. So now you are not in, one thing you should know is this here, right? I want you guys to catch this thing here. You should not be interested in where the market is buying or selling from. What you should be focused on is let the market just be buying from somewhere or selling from somewhere. Let the market just be buying off from somewhere, or let it just be selling off from somewhere. That is what you should be concerned about. That is what you should be concerned about. Let the market just be buying from somewhere. Where the market is buying from should not concern you, because this is the mistake of so many persons. They will be like, where should I buy from? Where should I sell from? Where you should buy from or where you should sell from should not just concern you at all. What should concern you is this here. Let the market just be buying off from a liquidity point. That's the thing that concerns you. Now, once the market is buying off, the reason why you are not concerned about where the market is buying from is because you are not entering directly at the liquidity point. It is wrong to enter directly at an inducement or at a disruption. Say that the market just got to your inducement, right, and you start buying. Unless the criteria of SBI sweep break inducement is met, which is also something I'll be talking about today. But for this level here, I am telling you, back then in primary school, I don't know the school you went to. For those of us that went to primary school, they will tell you that 1 minus 2. If you remember carefully here, I remember this very well. They will tell you 1 minus 2, right? Your teacher will tell you it cannot. You will now borrow 1 from here and add to this. I'm very sure many of you remember this. Let's say there is saying like 1 minus 2. What your teacher will tell you back then in primary school is it cannot go. That was what they were using in to us. You have to come and borrow 1 from there, add to your 1 to make it 11, and minus it from 2. You will now get 9. But when you get to secondary school, 1 minus 2 becomes minus 1. If you remember, when you get to secondary school, 1 minus 2 becomes minus 1. But in kindergarten, I think in primary school, a big KG, they will tell you that 1 minus 2, what you will hear is it cannot go. But when you got to senior secondary school, you'll be hearing minus 1. All right. Now, the reason I know some of you don't even like maths, but the reason why I'm saying this is so that at this level, I'm telling you that at this level, right, because this is a free Telegram channel for the people. I'm just teaching I have some of my mentees are here, not some, many of my mentees are here on this call. I'm just teaching because I'm just starting to teach from the beginning, from the scratch. Now, so when we get to the later part of the class, let's say as time goes on, maybe like month end, next month, I will not tell you how to trade SBI. But for this level, as the course is going, it is wrong. I have to start explaining so you will get what I'm saying. It is wrong to buy directly or sell directly at an inducement or at a disruption or at a liquidity point. What do I mean? That is, the market gets here, maybe you see a confirmation candle and you enter directly. I am just telling you that it is wrong. For this level, it is wrong. All right. Now let's move on. I said that you should not be bothered about where the market will buy from. What should concern you is let the market just buy from a liquidity point. I said your liquidity point could be an inducement or a disruption or any liquidity point here. Why should you not be bothered about where the market will buy from? Is because you are not entering directly from the point. Let me draw a POI. Let me draw this as a POI. Yes, here. You are not entering directly as the market got into your POI. Let the market move off from the POI, then you can use key level to keep stacking up the market, to keep entering the market. You're not entering directly. See, that thing that people will say that I caught sniper entries. Go and check go and check YouTube. How many forex traders talk about sniper entries right now? Now, do not because of say you want to catch sniper entry, allow pride enter you. You say you want to take trade from the bottom. It doesn't matter. You taking trade from the bottom here and holding all the way up doesn't make you a better forex trader than the other person. That's the honest truth. So if you catch the trade from here, it's not wrong. But I'm saying that you trying to catch trade from here so you can post online that this is sniper entry. That is wrong. Right? Motive. All right. Now, what you should do is this here. After the market has gotten to your inducement, POI, wait for the market to move up. Then you start looking for key levels to enter the market. Now, if you don't understand key level, I uploaded a video on YouTube and on my X, and I tagged it key level. Go and name it key level. Go and watch that video on key level. I'm not going to explain. I broke key level down in a way that you understand. Stay on that video. Just watch it, right? Just watch it from the beginning. Just watch it till you get understanding of what I am talking about. I'm very sure you will understand it because it is Blackjack that is teaching. All right. So I said you should not be bothered about what's it called, where to buy from or where to sell from. Just make sure the market is just moving off from a liquidity point and you should enter the market with key levels. All right. I have to do this many explanation for this thing. All right, let's move on. All right. Now, we know that this is our inducement. This is our inducement. Some persons are saying that this place doesn't have SLQ. All right. This place have SLQ. You have to find it. I've taught many of my students something very well. This place have SLQ, but I may not say it in this video. I have my reasons. So this guy here, right now, the market kept buying from what's it called? Kept buying with skill level. I showed you guys so many places market bought from with skill level. I have to do that again from the scratch so that I can explain in this video. Now, this market now, yeah, look at this market started buying from this liquidity point. Look at it was buying from this liquidity point. This is the liquidity point. Yeah, the market was buying from this liquidity point. It got into the liquidity point and it pushed to the upside, right? Now, immediately it pushed to the upside. I explained this in the last video. We had this key level here. Let me use my box. We had this key level here on H1 time frame. You will see that the market tap into it with this what's it called, this week of this candle. It tap into it and it pushed to the upside. All right, let's check what we have on that key level again. Um, we have a key level here. This candle tap into it, push to the upside. We have another key level here. Let me just make it very fast. We have another key level here. We have another key level here. Market tap into it and push to the upside. All right. Then we have another key level here. We have this key level here. I cut all of this trade though. I cut this one. I also cut these ones here. We have another key level here. Look at, you have this key level here. The market came into it, tap into it, right, and push to the upside, right? It kept pushing to the upside. So I cut this one again. It was pushing to the upside. I explained to you guys how, if the key level is this wide, how you can enter this market, right? All right. I said that for confirmation, if you want to enter with confirmation, right, you go on M5. First of all, on H1, you draw your box, right? The two candles that form the key level, you draw your box on it. After drawing your box on it, you go on M5. This is for precision. You go on M5 and enter. Once you see a candle confirmation, a reversal candle pattern, enter the market for a buy. Now, I now said that if the market is having a long candle forming the key level, what you should do is to mark 50% of the box. Mark 50% of the box, right? Your stop loss will just be below the 50%, like this. I said this in the last video. You may have to go back and watch it. This I've never started topic of today's self, but I just needed to like explain all of this for understanding. Enter from here, which was where you entered from. Then your stop loss will be below the 50% of a long candle. But if the candle is not long, there will be no need for that. All right, like this here. So because my friend said that we should long it to 3,000 to 4,000, I was just like, this market must get to 4,000. Make I just be long this market, mama and papa. Let me just be long it the market to 4,000. But unfortunately, it got to 3,799.97. That's a significant number. And it started reversing. All right. Now, there's something I learned from my mentor recently. It's called inverse key level. It's something I want to teach you guys now. It's called inverse key level. All right. Inverse key level. Let me write it out. It's called inverse key level. You see, this is something that people are paying hundreds of dollars for. No, not hundreds of dollars, but people are paying heavily for it, right? Thousands of naira. That's what I want to say. People are paying thousands of naira to learn these things. I'm teaching you guys for free. You guys should. I want to see people profitable. Like, I really want to see people profitable. I started the year in January, right? My goal for January, right, or my vision for January 2025 is to make 100 profitable forex traders. Now, the year has not ended. I have made more than 100 profitable forex traders, and I'm very happy. I'm a very proud mentor. Like, I'm very proud to say it that I have made more than 100 profitable forex traders from January till now. I have made more than 500 profitable traders from January till now. I'm not bragging. I'm saying facts. I have made more than, I don't want to give exact number, but I have made more than 500 profitable traders from January till now. All right. Now, what I'm talking about is inverse key level, right? Now, I don't know what you might have heard about key level or what you might have heard about in my video in key level. Now, inverse key level work this way. Now, You know that as the market keep forming, as the market started from a liquidity point, which I showed you guys earlier. This was the liquidity point it started from. This was the liquidity point it started from, right? Started pushing to the upside. Now, I did not enter from this liquidity point here. That's what I was trying to tell you guys, that you don't have to enter from this liquidity point here, because you are not certain. The market can just go back and hit your stop loss. You're not certain. But for this key level, after the market has moved off from a liquidity point, forming a key level, you are certain of that, right? You're very sure that, okay, this market may likely push to the upside or to the downside. All right. Now, as the market, as it started from here, as the market keep forming key levels, e form one here, you entered first entry. E form one here, you enter second entry. E then form another here, you enter third entry. Now, if it forms the fourth one, right, and that fourth for a buy, and that fourth one fails, right, start looking for the opposite candle key level and start selling. That is how inverse key level works. That is, if the market is forming key levels like this, if the market is forming key level to the upside like this, right? If it is forming, just let's just do it like this, that market is forming key levels to the upside like this, right? And let's assume this is the next key level here, right? It fails. That is okay. Now let me explain what how key level feels. Now this is how key level feels. I'm just giving out knowledge like this. Wow. I'm just laughing. This is how key level feels. When they say, you must have heard of this before, that when a key level feels. Now, how does key level feels? Now look at this. This is how key level feels now. Let's say we have something like this now. Now, first thing first is the two candles that formed the key level is what you are taking. You are drawing your box on it. The two candle that forms the key level, you are drawing a box on it, on the two candles that form the key level, right? Now, the reason why you're drawing a box on it is because this box is your point of interest. That is, within this box, once you see an engulfed candle, you should enter the market. The two candles that form the key level, it is being formed by a red candle and a green candle having equal high or equal bottom. Now, this key level here is called ROBS, resistance stone support. Now, in this key level now, the two candles that form the key level, the two candles that form the key level, you put a box on it, starting from the equal point to the lowest point of the wick. Look at, I didn't cover the up of the wick, the equal point to the lowest point of the wick at the bottom that is what form the key level. Now I will put a box on it from the equal point to the lowest point at the bottom as my key level, as my POI, my point of interest, that within this area now, within this area, this is my key level. Within this area, this is where I will be entering the market from. That once I see an engulfed candle within this area, I am taking a buy. Now, why is now meaning, if the market, now this is what it means for a key level to fail. If the market then breaks below that your box, it means the key level has failed. Like this scenario now, the market, look at the market, push up, could not continue to the upside. It then came back into the box and break below the box. Look at it, break below the box, your point of interest. That means this key level now has failed. Well, this is just a perfect example of explaining this key level. Now, this is what it means for a key level to fail. That is, the market, your box, the box you are drawing, the candlestick goes below the box. It means that the key level has failed. You know, if you are taking it as your key level now, right? I already told you guys you should take half. If that half hit your stop loss and you see another engulfed candle at the bottom, you can still take it again. Your stop loss will still be a little below your box, then TP is above. But if you are done this, look at, to take you out, hit your stop loss very well, chop your money. And those of you that like adjusting stop loss, adjusting stop loss as the market is going against you, it is very, very wrong. You have to stop that kindergarten attitude. Be like a trader. I saw something that has been shaking me. I've been meditating on for days now. Somebody said that indecision, right, take more from you than wrong decision. Omo, that is very powerful. It is something you all should go and meditate on as a forex trader. Go and meditate on it as a forex trader. He said indecision takes more money from you than wrong decision. Now, wrong decision, let's say for example, now this is how indecision works. Okay, no, let me talk about wrong decision first. Wrong decision is you take a trade for a buy and you're risking just $5, right? You will just lose that $5 and you are out. Indecision is you take a trade for a buy and the buy is sure, the buy is sure, or even if the buy is not even sure, the trade got to -2, you quickly close the trade, right? You see something and you enter the game, it will take -2 again from you, you close. You see something and you enter again and the trade has not been validated though, you enter again. If you do that in like 5 times, that is indecision, and it has taken $10 from you. What could have just taken $5 from you? So as a forex trader, meditate on these things or write it down somewhere, that indecision will take more money from you than wrong decision. Meaning it is better to be wrong and you learn from it than to be indecisive. All right. Now, this is what it means for key level to fail. This is what it means for key level to fail. That is the market going below your point of interest. That's when you say that the key level has failed. Now, this failure of a key level of a particular direction is what then gives birth to inverse key level. Let me see what people are saying since. He said someone is asking, what if the market does not reach your liquidity point and start reacting? It has to get to a liquidity point. You don't take it. If market does not get to a liquidity point and it starts buying, it is not valid. That's a trap. After spotting the confirmation candle on M5 time frame, we are to execute that on M5. You have to execute on M5 now. If you execute on M5, you go on H1, you see the same thing. You have to execute on M5 after seeing your confirmation candle. Please, sir, out of all the key levels, how do we know which one to go with? Because go and watch go and watch go and watch the video on YouTube that I uploaded. Who is that person? Mom. Hope that's not my biological mother. Oh. Please go and watch the video on YouTube and check. Please, what if the box skill level is broken with weak? Yes, someone is asking. He said, what if the box skill level is broken with weak? Is it still valid? Depend on how it is broken, right? That's why I said you should wait for confirmation candle. There are times that the market can break your PY box with weak and formed a reversal candle pattern. You cannot take the trade. That's why it is important to wait for confirmation candlestick. How do you catch the initial sell? Did the key level fail? Don't worry, I will explain that one. That's where I'm going to drop link again to your YouTube channel later. Who is this Gideon? Hope he's not a big ade. My guy. All right, let me continue. So this is how this skill level failed, right? This is how this skill level failed. Now, when this skill level failed, I just tired. You cannot even say please. You just say drop link. My PA don't respond to you. Say please. You are talking to his boss. You know they say please. So look at this is what it means for a key level to fail. That is, the market goes below it. Now I said the failure of a directional key level, that is, The failure of an uptrend key level is what will give birth to inverse key level. What do I mean by inverse? The failure of an uptrend key level will give birth to a sell key level. That is now the inverse. That is, in this kind of situation now, after this buy key level has failed, I will be looking for the nearest sell key level. This is the nearest sell key level. Look at these two equal high, these two equal low, which is support, touching a body of the candle, covering the up and low. I'm already using style to give you guys code. Oh, this is sell again. You know, I told you guys about this buy and the market bought from it. I made money from it. I'm very sure some of you made money from it, right? Now, this guy here, this is what I'm expecting on gold tonight, that gold may likely sell from here when I get my confirmation candle on M5. This particular point of interest, this particular box. Now, why am I choosing? Look at now. I want to show you guys something very powerful. We have this key level here, we have this key level here, and we have this key level here. Black Jeff, we also have this key level here, we also have this key level here. Now, you may say, Black Jeff, why are you choosing this particular one over this, and this? Why am I choosing this particular one? The reason why I am choosing this particular one is because as the market has moved down, the one as it is retracing, which of them will it get to first? This is the one it will get to first. It will not get, this is the one it will get to second, this is the one it will get to third, this is the one it will get to fourth. Now, I am always working with the one it will get to first. Let me speak for them. First, I am always working with the one it will get to first before any other one. That's the one I'm taking. So this is the one it will get to first. That's why I'm taking this one over this. This is what I mean by recent key level. Now, I said the failure of a buy key level, which happened here, will give birth to the inverse. The failure of a buy key level will give birth to the inverse. Hi, Black Jeff, you talked about fear in entry trade last class. Which fear? I certainly appreciate because it has really helped me build my confidence. Okay. My capital was already 793 out of 1K deposit. I was already scared. Maybe I should just withdraw the balance and run away. I decided to take the bold step and I've been able to trade the account back to 1K. Wow, I clap for you, I clap for you, I clap for you, I clap for you. With even profits with this knowledge. Thank you so much. You really don't know what you are doing. Come and send me tithes. Don't be thanking me. He said, knowing these things and still panicking doesn't help at all. Fear in losing money attracts multiple losses. Thank you. Fear in losing money attracts multiple losses. All these words of advice you add to the class is the main deal for me. Not be until I buy Benz before I go testify. Please, this thing, just copy it and send to me on my Telegram so I can post it so that people can see that I'm really impacting people. Kindly send to me on my what's it called? That testimony, what's that person? Them dead music. Send me that, just copy it and send to my Telegram or WhatsApp so that I can post it, I can repost it. And this Bolo artifact they ask question. They said when using the inverse key level, where should our TP placement be? All right, I will explain that one, don't worry. So this market has opened, right? Let me talk to my P. Noble Alpha. Please, don't forget what I told you. Update me on it, please. Um, all right. So, guys, this is what I'm anticipating now, that the market is coming back into it, and I'm expecting a sell. All right. Now, I've told you guys already that what give birth to inverse key level, right? What give birth to inverse key level is the failure of maybe we may take this straight together live, right? We may take it straight together live. Once I see my confirmation candle, we may take the trade. Now I said it is the failure, it's already entering to the POI. It is the failure, you go on M5 to find confirmation candle, but I'm just explaining here. So I said it is the failure of a directional bias key level that give birth to inverse. That is, if the buy key level fails, I will start looking for the nearest sell key level. I will sell from. Same style, same way you place SL, same way I taught you how to place SL on key level. So that was how this guy happened here. Now, how did I now take the trade of today? That's what I'm going to right now. Remember, this is our buy key level. This was our buy key level. The market bought from here, right? It bought from here. Now, it started to sell. I started selling from here. Now, why did I start selling from here? The reason why I started selling from here is because of this. After the market has bought from here, after the market bought from here, this entry, this move here, after the market bought from this move here, right, it formed another key level here. It formed this key level here. Let me show you guys. It formed this key level here. Look at this key level. Look at. It formed this key level here. Taking these two candles that form the key level, it formed this key level here. It formed this key level here, these two key level here. It then formed this two key level here. Now the market went above it. Look at, the market came below it and took those people out that was taking a buy. Look at, it then went above. Look at, it came out, it took people out. Look at, meaning your this key level is not large. Yeah, your SL would have been here if you were taking this key level. Your SL would have been here if you were taking this key level for a buy. Many persons were buying and they chop SL. Your TP would have been, let me to this recent high here. This would have been your TP, 1:7. But the market took people's SL out. Now, after the market has taken people's SL, I started watching that, okay, see, this year, you have to be very, very calculated and you have to be very, very fast. As a forex trader here, you have to be very, very smart. You have to be very, very fast in making decisions. Now, you have to be very, very fast in making smart decisions, not just decision. You have to take smart decision very fast. Now, immediately this skill level fails, I thank God for opportunity here. I just in as much as I learned from Sabi Girl, right? One of my greatest guides has been the Holy Spirit. It has been the Holy Spirit. It has been the Holy Spirit. Bible said that He will teach us all things, right? He will teach us all things. The Holy Spirit has been one of the biggest tutor for me, right? He teach me things very fast, and he opened my eyes to see things very, very fast. Now, immediately this skill level failed, right? This skill level, immediately this buy key level failed. The next thing that came to my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I will give this credit to God. God opened my eyes very, very fast to the all-time high, which was here, which is here. He opened my eyes to the all-time high that there was a key level here. Look at, I did not take this one. He opened my eyes to the all-time high and he showed me that there's a key level here. Look at this key level, sell key level. The market came and reacted into it and sold off as key level sell number one. This is key level sell number two. Look at, this is key level sell number two. Are you seeing now? Look at this resistance, this support stone resistance. Look at the market tap into it and is selling off. Then I was like, oh, if this guy has been selling off from key level one, selling off from key level two, this sell key level here must happen. This sell key level here must happen. That was how I was able to catch this sell trade and it was selling off till now. I just showed you guys how I caught the sell off today. Now, I said that the most important person of my in my analysis, right? The most important person in my analysis is the Holy Spirit. It was one that made me to see. It just opened my eyes very, very fast to see that okay, the first key level happened here, right? It sold off. Second sell key level sold off from there. This is the third. Quickly take the third. I took this third one, and I also took this one. I also took this sell here. You can ask my PA. My PA knows. I told him I took this sell again as my second entry. I have up to like four, I mean five different accounts on currency, just currency pairs that I trade. So this was what I had. Look at first entry, second entry. Now this will be my third entry. Now it could have been five. If maybe I had seen this earlier, I could have maybe entered this one, but I would have not risked it because it happened first time, it happened second time. I was so sure that it must happen this third time. That was how I caught this sell. It was selling off. Now this would be my fourth entry on XAUUSD for a sell. Now what gave birth to that inverse? What gave birth to that inverse is what gave birth to that inverse is the failure of that buy key level was what gave birth to that inverse. Now I want to tell you guys something here. Now you guys would notice that you will have a question to ask me. I always answer the question before you ask me the question. Do you know how I know? God will just put it in my heart and say, talk about this thing. Talk about that's why I will ask the question, I will give you the answer. He will just tell me, talk about this thing, talk about this thing. That is how I am able to answer people's question prophetically before they ask me. All right. So that is what we have here. This will be our fourth entry. No, this was my first entry here. This was my first entry here. Okay, this is my second entry here. This will be my third entry. So like this now, I'm waiting for the market to come into the POI. Then I will go on M5. I will go on M5. Where's M5? I will go on M5. Look at the buy entry my POI. I'll be looking for engulfed candle inside this my M5. So it is from here. Once I see an engulfed candle, I can see in this space that the POI is big. Maybe you want to risk like $50 on the trade. In the first half of the trade, the first part of the field, let's say the market got into the first half, you can risk just $25. Don't risk the entire $50. That's not wisdom. Just risk only $25 instead of $50. Put your stop loss above half of the POI. Now, in case you are taking out, you can enter the second 25 with the other $25 at the later part of the what's it called, the key level. Then your stop loss will be outside like that. So that is what I'm anticipating on XAUUSD. That was how I caught XAUUSD for a sell today. Mm. So that was how I caught XAUUSD for a sell today. So that was how I caught XAUUSD for a sell today. So is there any other question before we call it a night? He said if you are taking the first key level that price will get to first, when do you use inducement for the sell trade? That inducement is not supposed to be used for a sell trade. That inducement is supposed to use so it's also you're supposed to use that inducement for a buy, not for a sell trade. If you are using the inducement, it will be for a buy trade, not for a sell trade. If you are using inducement, it will be for a buy trade, not for a sell trade. Let me ask the other question. Hello, Black Jeff. I wish to get clarification from regarding key level. This code you are presenting chart present the first key level is the one with the long wick, which is not important. The one with the long wick is not that one. Is not. It's not this one with the long wick that is my first key level, because this is where I will get my box from. Look at this is my box. If I'm to draw, that is the box it will get to. This that will be the second box it will get to. So that is not it, sir. Does it matter if key level are fresh or unfresh? I don't give a damn if it is fresh or unfresh. Does this work on all currency pairs? Yes, it works on all currency pairs. This must the engulf candle be inside the POI? Yes, it should be inside the POI, right? It should be inside the POI. It should not be out of the POI. It is not very valid. It should be within this POI. The whether be it engulf or army should be inside this POI. In the last video I uploaded on YouTube and X, I talked about Arami candle and engulfed candle. Big Black Jeff, you too much. BBF. Boss, please, how can you look at synthetic pairs? Maybe if it's 25 or if it's 100. Thank you, sir. When taking first skill level, what happens to the other ones? When taking the first skill level, the other ones are not valid. Someone is asking. He said when you are taking this first skill level, the others are not valid. You have to go and watch my video on YouTube, right? Said this there for better understanding. Yes, the recorded video will be posted on YouTube later today. Your TP can be TP can be like 1:3. Just you can do 150. Your TP can be 150 pips, 100 pips, right? Depending on what your just your TP can be 100 pips, 150 pips, 200 pips. Just what when you are satisfied. He said there are so many confirmation candle. Please, why do you choose the engulf of all? I use engulf, I use Arami. The reason why I use engulf candle is because it's something I have been using over time, and it has been giving me more win rates than every other candle. More than Ama, that's why I use more than Doji, that's why I use it. All right, I think that will be the end of our question. I think that will be all for tonight. Yeah. Yeah. That will be all for tonight. So, in the absence of no other question, we call it a night. I really enjoyed my time with you all. I want to. I cannot be waiting now. I've already showed you guys how to take the trade. Let me go to 5 minute time frame. Market is already in my POI. Once you see an engulfed candle, you can take your sell. But if you don't see an engulfed candle within this box, leave it outside. Just forget about it. All right. Yeah. Before we end this call, I want you all to follow me on X. I am Black Jeff. I also want you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? While watching this recorded video, kindly say go to the comment section and say something in the comment section, right? Share the video among your friends. Tell people about Black Jeff. Refer them to the community. I don't think there's any forex trader that is giving out free knowledge for this whole time for up to like an hour, free of charge. Tell people about Black Jeff, right? Subscribe to my channel, like my posts, right? Just support the brand. Just do something to you get. What if what is the failure of university level? Omo, all these guys not get chisel. All right. See you all when I see you guys. The last trades had this engulf candle outside. Does it matter? Which last trade has the engulf candle outside? I don't know about that one. No. My own was inside my POI.